the trap, the one task that looks perfect for automation but quietly carries real financial and compliance risk. Get that one wrong and it's expensive. Only about 1 in 7 small businesses say AI is truly embedded in how they run the business. Over-automation doesn't just waste money, it spends customer trust, and that is the most expensive thing on the balance sheet to buy back.
Welcome to the show. If you're new here, this channel has one job. Show businesses the right way to adopt AI, so you don't waste money and you don't waste time. And a little transparency before we start. This show is inspired by a human and brought to life by AI. We think that's exactly how humans and an AI should work as a team. If you find today useful, subscribe and give it a like. It really does help. My guest, as always, is Chun-Wai Lai, founder of Aurum Technologies, where he helps businesses use AI to cut real, measurable costs. Chun-Wai, welcome back.
Thanks. Good to be back.
So before we get into it, let me ask you the question everyone watching actually cares about. If someone stays with us all the way to the end, what do they walk away with?
3 things. 1. A simple 2-question test you can run on any task in your business tomorrow morning to know whether you should automate it. 2. The trap, the one task that looks perfect for automation but quietly carries real financial and compliance risk. Get that one wrong and it's expensive. And 3. One number about small businesses and AI that honestly surprised me. Just 1 in 7.
1 in 7. Okay, I'm going to hold you to that one. And you're not just going to explain the idea, right? You'll walk us through real examples so people can actually copy this?
Exactly, 3 real ones, because the contrast between them is where it clicks.
Perfect. But first, for anyone meeting you for the first time, give us the short version of your background.
Sure. So, I spent 20 plus years building mission-critical bank-level systems, held to a higher bar because one mistake can move millions in a second. A decade carrying the CFA, so I understand the numbers that run a business, and 2 companies of my own. So I've felt the pain and pressure small business owners live with firsthand. That's what brought me here. I help business owners adopt AI to fix what's costing them money, but more importantly, what's costing them time. Time that should be spent doing what they're actually good at.
Which is exactly where we're going today. Last episode, we talked about finding the hidden leaks, the 4 places money quietly drains out of a business: time, errors, delays, and missed opportunity. If you haven't watched it, it's a great place to start. But that episode left us hanging on one question. Okay, I've found my leaks. Now what do I actually do about them?
Right, and this is where most people ask the wrong question. They ask, can AI do this task? And honestly, that question is almost useless now, because the answer is AI can touch almost anything. The better question is, who should hold the decision rights for this task? The AI, a human, or the 2 of them together?
Decision rights. So it's not a yes or no automation question?
No, it's not a switch you flip. When I sit down with a client, we take each leaking workflow and we ask just 2 questions about it. Question 1, how clear are the rules? Is there a written procedure a new employee could follow, or is every case a judgment call? And question 2, what does a mistake cost? If this goes wrong once, is it a shrug, or is it a lost customer, a fine, a real problem?
2 questions: rules and stakes.
That's it. And those 2 questions sort every workflow into 4 buckets. Clear rules, low stakes, automate it. The machine runs it, and a human only steps in on exceptions. Clear rules, but high stakes. The machine does the work, but a human checks it before anything goes out the door. Fuzzy rules, low stakes, let the AI explore. It drafts, it brainstorms, a human curates. And fuzzy rules with high stakes, that stays human. Full stop.
Okay, that's the theory. Make it real for us. Let's hear those 3 examples.
Let's start easy. The first one is a small e-commerce brand. Call it 6 people. Their ops person was managing reorder points in a spreadsheet, updating it by hand every week from gut feel, which, honestly, for a while, worked until it didn't.
The spreadsheet that worked until it didn't.
Every business has one. So, run the two questions. Are the rules clear? Completely. Their own Shopify data tells you exactly when each product needs reordering. And what does a mistake cost? Honestly, not much. A little overstock, maybe one stock out, you recover in days. Clear rules, low stakes. That is a textbook automate. You connect the reorder logic to the sales data once, the system places the weekly restock, and the team only hears about it when something unusual happens. A product suddenly goes viral, a supplier delay.
So that's the easy win. What's the second one?
The second one is the opposite end, a small marketing agency, 8, 9 people. An account manager gets a call from a client who's furious. The last campaign underperformed and they're threatening to walk. Now, are there rules for that? Not really. Every client relationship is different and the stakes about as high as they get, because what's on the line is the relationship and whether that client stays a client.
So fuzzy rules, high stakes.
Fuzzy rules, high stakes, that one stays human.
And that means AI stays out of it entirely?
No, and this is a nuance I really want every owner to hear. Keep human does not mean zero AI. It means the AI never makes the decision. Behind the scenes, it can still pull up the client's full account history so the account manager isn't walking in cold. It can draft a first response for them to rework. It can even flag which client messages sound the angriest, so the urgent ones get handled first. The human still decides. The human still owns the relationship. The AI just makes that human faster and better prepared.
I like that. Okay, you promised us a trap. Let's hear the third one.
The trap. So, a small bookkeeping and payroll firm, 5, 6 people running payroll and filings for a dozen clients. Ask the first question. Are the rules clear? Very. Tax code, withholding rules, filing deadlines. It's a puzzle with defined rules. And software is very good at puzzles. It never miscounts on a Friday afternoon.
Fair.
So, most people say, clear rules, automate it. And that is the trap.
Because of the second question.
Because of the second question, what does a mistake cost here? A lot more than it looks. Miscalculate a withholding or miss a filing deadline for a client, and you're not fixing a typo anymore. You're facing real financial exposure and a client who no longer trusts you with their numbers. So yes, clear rules, but high stakes. It goes in the verify bucket. The AI runs payroll and prepares every filing. That's the labor saving, and the firm's owner reviews it before anything is submitted.
Forever? Because that sounds like the human is still doing the work.
Not forever, and this is what I call the graduation path. For the first several cycles, the owner checks everything. Then, once the system has proven it respects the rules, you loosen the leash. It files on its own when nothing is flagged, and it calls a human only when something looks borderline. And that is a much easier journey to offer a nervous client than trust the AI on day one, because it earns the trust instead of asking for it.
You know what strikes me? You keep talking about slowing clients down. I would have guessed your job was to sell more automation, not less.
You'd think, but it usually goes like this. The owner wants AI answering every customer conversation on day one, while their staff is still typing up the same report by hand every Friday. They want the impressive thing first. And part of my job, honestly, part of what clients pay me for, is talking them out of it. Because when I tell a client, this workflow should stay human, protect it, they trust the rest of the plan far more. Over-automation doesn't just waste money, it spends customer trust, and that is the most expensive thing on the balance sheet to buy back.
Okay, let me speak for the skeptic in the room for a moment, because an owner watching this might be thinking, fine, nice framework, but does this actually pay off?
Fair question. And the numbers have moved from promising to, honestly, almost boring in a good way. Across small businesses, the average return on AI investment is running around 3.7 times what you put in. But here's the number that actually surprised me. Only about 1 in 7 small businesses say AI is truly embedded in how they run the business. 1 in 7, even though 3 out of 4 say they're using AI in some form. So almost everyone has the tools. Almost nobody has done the sorting we just walked through. That's the real competitive edge right now.
And there it is, 1 in 7. That's the number you promised at the start. Still surprises me every time I hear it. Well, we're coming up on time, so let's bring it home slowly. If an owner remembers just one thing from today, what should it be?
Just this, before you automate anything, ask 2 questions. How clear are the rules? And what does a mistake cost? Clear and cheap, automate it. Clear but costly, automate the work, keep a human sign off, then let it graduate. Fuzzy but cheap, let the AI draft while you curate. And fuzzy and costly, keep it human, with AI quietly in the background, making that human faster.
2 questions, 4 buckets. It fits on a sticky note. Chun-Wai, thank you. This was a good one.
My pleasure. It's a fun topic. Well, fun for me, anyway.
Next episode, we take the workflows you've just sorted and get into the build itself. What putting one of these automations in place actually involves, and what it should cost you. If today changed how you look at your own operations, subscribe and give it a like. It helps more owners find the show. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.